Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time you are joining today. It's good to be with you. I wanted to start today with one of my favorite quotes. It's probably been one of my favorites since I was in college or shortly thereafter. And it's if you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always gotten. And it always has been a nudge to me to change things up when I feel like I'm kind of in the same old, getting the same old outcome and doing the same old thing because I want a different outcome. And recently, I read a slightly different riff on this that's stuck with me ever since. You do what you do until you don't. It is so simple. And the more that I work with it, the more profound it becomes for me, at least for me personally. I think back to resolutions that I've made, whether they're New Year's resolutions or other kinds of resolutions, perhaps to do better at something or to be better, be a better human being in some way, only to revert back to old behaviors that are very, just very normal. They feel normal. And sometimes that happens very quickly, reverting back to those old behaviors. And then at other times, you just make a change. There's nothing specific that leads to the change. You just one day decide there's no going back. And I kind of equate it to being sick and tired of being sick and tired of the same outcome, and you change. There's no drama. There's no fanfare, conversation. There's no more buts, excuses, complaining, talking to a friend. You just know at the core of your being that it is time for a change and you're ready. And for some people, this may be a radical shift, a radical change. Maybe there's been a health diagnosis or someone passes away in your life and you just decide from that point forward something's going to be different. Or in most cases, what I find happens is that people make something called a 1-degree turn, which Martha Beck talks about in one of her books, The Way of Integrity. And they're just tiny shifts over time that eventually move you the direction that you desire. So regardless of the reasons that you do what you do until you don't, or how quickly you get there, I find that meditation is a wonderful tool for facilitating the process of self-awareness, becoming aware of what's going on for you that can lead to small 1-degree turns or massive shifts in your life. I don't know if I've shared this before, but there's also a lovely quote by Viktor Frankl, which says, between stimulus and response, there is a space. And in that space is our power to choose our response. So, and in our response lies our freedom and our growth. And meditation allows you to create the space for yourself, to tune in to your inner landscape, into your heart, your interior, and ask yourself, how am I really feeling emotionally? How am I feeling physically? What sensations are going on in my body? What story am I telling myself? And what am I paying attention to? You really become the observer of your thoughts and your feelings instead of falling into habitual patterns. And the beautiful thing is that awareness that you develop in meditation opens up so many more possibilities for you, for me, for all of us. And so whatever habits we have, whatever patterns that we have, whether they are in our best interest or not, they have created memories in our bodies, in our cells, our brains, our energy field. And so today, what I'd love to do is rest in our natural state of being beneath all of the patterns, the habits, the techniques, and the tendencies that we use, and just settle in the nervous system. And over time, when we do this, we know that we change the brain and we change our response. So before we begin, I always love to talk about the 5 essentials. As you know, the first one is that thoughts are okay. It doesn't matter how long you've been doing this, the brain can be very active. And if your mind drifts away, just like it does, just pull it back to the present moment. Number two is don't try too hard to have a certain experience or a meditation that you're not having. You might think that you're supposed to levitate or see cool colors or feel great when you finish meditation. Who knows what's going to happen? All of that may occur and none of that may occur. So it doesn't mean that you're doing it incorrectly. Don't try to make anything happen that's not happening. The third one is to let go of expectations and have the experience that you're having right here, right now. Be kind to yourself always. No sense in beating yourself up. There's no judgment that's required. Doesn't help in any way, shape, or form. And the final one, of course, is stick with the practice. Just like any habit that needs changing over time, it just takes some time to work into that new habit or any new habit. We'll be meditating today for about 20 minutes, and of course, I will keep track of the time. So go ahead and settle in. We're going to begin. I invite you to get comfortable and relatively still in a position that allows you to be both alert and relaxed. And if there's anything, of course, that you can do to make yourself even a little bit more comfortable, now's the time to do it. And when you're ready, if you haven't done so already, you can go ahead and close your eyes, or you can gaze softly at a point in front of you. Letting your face be soft, loosening the jaw, maybe rolling your neck in a few circles to release any tension. Letting go of everything that came before this, anything that's to come. Settling into presence. Letting your shoulders relax. Your arms and hands rest gently in your lap or at your sides. Letting your belly be soft. Breath natural. Softening the heart. Allowing the heart to receive whatever arises today with kindness and compassion. And feeling the weight of your body on the seat or on the earth. And as you sink more deeply, relax, let go. Letting the support beneath you hold you. From this relaxed state, and with this posture, begin to deepen the breath. In through the nose, and out through the nose. Letting the body know it's okay. Everything's okay. You can relax. Welcoming the transition from doing the pace of regular life to simply being. Being with yourself and for yourself in this meditation. And with each exhale, letting go of what wants to be released. Relaxing even further into the support. letting your breath return to its natural rhythm and depth. Tuning into the breath as it enters and leaves the nostrils. Breathing in and allowing air into your body. Breathing out and releasing the air effortlessly. There's nothing you need to accomplish or do. Nowhere you need to be. Simply the flow of the breath in and out of the body. As you breathe, take notice of what might have changed from the start of your meditation, from the time that we started settling into stillness to this moment. Perhaps your body is calmer. Perhaps your breathing is easier. Your mind a slight bit calmer. Take a moment now to consider a pattern or a habit that has you acting in ways that you might not like to act. Rather than dwelling on the habit, take notice of any sensations in the body that might have surfaced as you consider this habit or pattern. And tune in to where in the body you might feel them. It might be butterflies in your stomach. Maybe a tightness in the throat. A tension in the belly. Bear witness to whatever is happening for you right now. Exploring any sensations that arise. Letting everything be exactly as it is. With a gentle smile on your face, ask yourself, what is the opposite of the feeling behind the pattern? If the feeling is fear, and the opposite of fear might be trust or love. If you notice a feeling of lack, the opposite of lack might be abundance. Tune in now for a few moments to be clear about the state that you're inviting in is the opposite of that habitual feeling that you need to release. You might articulate and affirm the state that you're inviting in mentally. I'm inviting love. I'm inviting trust. I'm inviting abundance. Whatever is true for you, invite that in now. We'll begin a practice now called box breath. Box breath helps calm the nervous system and brings things into balance in your interior using a simple 4 count. We'll begin by inhaling for a count of 4, holding for a count of 4, exhaling for a count of 4, and holding again for a count of 4. So on your next inhale, begin counting 1, 2, 3, 4, gently holding 2, 3, 4, exhaling 2, 3, 4, inhaling, holding 2, 3, 4, inhaling 2, 3, 4, holding 2, 3, 4, exhaling 2, 3, 4, holding 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Exhale 2, 3, 4. Hold 2, 3, 4. Continue doing this on your own. As you move through the counting, tune into the space beneath the patterns, underneath the surface of emotions or distractions. Know there is peace. And continue this pattern of counting and affirming for a few minutes. I will keep track of the time. If you lose track of counting or are distracted by thoughts, simply invite the count back. Feel your body expanding and contracting as it's being breathed. This freedom is peaceful. On your next exhale, release the counting. Now allow your breath to find freedom in a new rhythm, a more natural rhythm. Rest in this calm and peaceful place in your being. Perhaps again affirming the state that you are inviting in silently to yourself. I am inviting love. I am inviting trust. I am inviting abundance. Whatever is true for you. We'll rest in this place for a few more minutes and I will keep track of the time. As long as habit and routine dictate the pattern of living, new dimensions of the soul will not emerge. As our meditation draws to a close, you're welcome to bring your attention back to the space around you. Tuning into the body, perhaps with a wiggle of the toes or fingers. You might expand the shoulders, stretch into the space around you. Very gently coming back to this place of doing, place of day-to-day life. Perhaps deepening the breath. Taking in these last moments of the time that you shared with yourself and in service of yourself. When you're ready, you're welcome to blink your eyes open, taking in the life around you with fresh eyes and a fresh perspective. And if you're so inclined, I invite you to bring your palms together, thumb knuckles today at the third eye. May I envision the most generous, beautiful version of myself beneath all patterns. Bringing your hands to your mouth. May the words I speak to myself and others be with kindness. Bringing your hands to your heart. May any patterns that no longer serve my highest and greatest good be dissolved by the energy of my heart. The light in me honors and sees the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you next time.